Hey folks!
Hi!
Just waking up here. I'm Remy.
And I'm Monica.
And we're Original Intent. We help Christians heal their hearts and relationships so that they can thrive in what God's called them to.
Yeah.
So just first of all, I just want to say, feel free to comment below. Tell us where you're from. Tell us your name. We love to get to know new people, and we want to know who's watching and get to know you. Also, if something pops out, like a quote or something, write it down below. We believe that like when you write it down, you remember it well, and definitely would love to hear your thoughts on everything. But today we're talking about
why am I struggling to forgive? And we all know, we all know as Christians, and I believe generally as humans, like, the right thing when there's been offense is to forgive. And so we know that's the answer, and we pray, we release, and we forgive, and yet we still feel the frustration of bitterness or resentment, or like that pain just feels unresolved, and like there's still maybe anger or offense, whatever it is, still feeling that. So what's going on? Like, why is it so hard in that moment?
Have you ever felt this? Has this been something that you've wondered at all?
Yeah. So I can say that for there were multiple years where there was a person in my life who, like, I just as a Christian, I wanted to love them, and yet I felt really not loved by them, honestly. And
and they had done some things that would have hurt anybody.
Yeah, that would have hurt anybody.
It was really tough
and
thing.
And for years, multiple years, I just would go to the prayer room. I would just pray. I would journal. I went to Inner Healing Ministries. I did all of this stuff, and I wanted to release this and forgive this person. And like, ultimately, I just grew in anxiety. Like, I wasn't able to release the pain of it.
Yeah, and if you're watching this, it probably isn't you. I just checked.
No, it's definitely not you.
If you're watching this, so don't worry. I thought that just needed to be said.
Yeah, no. And finally, like, whenever I actually hit the bottom of the bottom, like, I had no other choice but to do something different. Otherwise, I honestly did, I was experiencing postpartum anxiety, and I honestly felt like I was going crazy.
Yeah.
And so I needed to do things differently. I had to. And so I started exploring other methods of just getting emotionally healthy, and more just like counselors, coaches. Before that, it was just ministries, churches, prayers,
reading more Bible,
even Bible school. So finally, I realized, the reason I've not been able to forgive is, in order to forgive, you have to acknowledge that there's wrong done, right? Yeah. That there's wrong done, and I didn't know how to do that. I dismissed my own pain. Yeah, thank you. I dismissed my own pain, and I was quote unquote letting the person off of the hook, and you release a debt that is owed from you, but that's exactly what it is a debt. It's not making light of what the person did. So we dive into this in our Eden Intensive. We are so passionate because I believe that forgiveness isn't just saying a prayer. It's not.
Yeah, forgiveness is not just a prayer, and just because you forgive someone doesn't mean that you've actually worked through
the pain
of what happened. So when you work through the pain of what happened, then that it won't keep coming up. So we work through this with people in our Eden Intensive. So if you can really relate with this, our Eden Intensive is a really good place. We mentor Christians. We help them heal their hearts and relationships. And you know, people don't often talk about this. They're just like, you just need to forgive. And it's like this judgment against you, like, wow, you're keeping this bitter. If you keep this bitterness, you're gonna like rot from the inside out. But
even a judgment against ourselves, right?
Yeah, like a lot of times, and it's like, you know, if you're listening to this, you're probably the person who tries to like forgive every single day, and you're like searching for things that you're not hard-hearted. I just want to tell you that if you even care about this subject, you're probably the person who is trying the hardest to forgive.
So we would love to just like invite you to, like, in our Eden Intensive, we teach you how to navigate the pain well so that you can actually experience forgiveness. Like, because that's the reality of what has to happen. You have to be able to navigate the pain in order to forgive.
Right. Like, the pain is there for a reason.
It's there for a reason. And so we will work with you and teach you how to do that healthily, how to do that in a way that facilitates healing and facilitates forgiveness. Without feeling like you're trying to convince yourself that you're forgiving and feeling this dissonance within yourself of like, but I still have all of this pain, but I forgive the person.
Yeah, so I must not have forgiven them. How do I forgive, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we love you guys. We've seen that there's a need for Christians to learn these things. Also, there's a need for Christians to take religiosity. There's a lot of religiosity, and it's unintentioned religiosity. It's good intention.
It's not.
It's for the sake of like, I want to have more intimacy with God. I want to, but then it becomes this religious thing that becomes a trap instead of like the good news of the gospel, which feels free and is free, and it's not free unto sin, but it's free unto freedom. So it actually, so if you've experienced Christianity and you just feel like it's getting heavier and heavier,
you feel stressed by like, I can't get over this thing in my life, or whatever, you know, exactly. Like there's these relationships and I'm trying so hard to like love and to follow after Jesus, but emotionally, mentally, or relationally, I just feel like frustrated.
The Bible always talks about like lifting of burdens, that the gospel is good news, and that if you are free, what is it? That free indeed.
The Son sets free is free indeed.
Yeah, he who sets us free is free indeed, and it's not a fake freedom. It's not a freedom that just looks like freedom. It's not you pasting a smile on your face and saying, "I'm doing great." You know, it's a freedom that feels free and that looks even free from the outside. And I don't know. That's all I have to say. I'm trying to describe
really
it.
Good. But I think a lot of times we even, especially in charismatic or faith movements, hear that verse and we apply this declaration sense to it, like, well, you know, like, say you have a porn addiction and you're like, whom the sun sets free is free indeed. So you're like, I'm free. And
how many times can I say that a day to myself?
And you're actually in denial. But I think the heart of it is that, like, you're not in bondage. It's not hard. It's not painful. Like, you're actually, it feels free. You feel free.
Yeah, and what if you could get to the root of why that's happening?
Why that's happening.
And you know, your words will change. Your ability to think the right thoughts will change in that process. It's a natural process. But what if you could actually heal the pain so that you didn't have to force yourself to believe right?
Or stop thinking a certain thing.
Because you could naturally stop when you heal the problem, the root cause. See, we like, that's the problem a lot of people have with the medical system, is that we often
just treat
the symptom and not the cause, the root cause. And so
that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do in the church too. A lot of
that's what we do in the church as well. So we're the reason we are Original Intent and we've created the Eden Intensive is to be a part of the church and bring that aspect of dealing with the root cause and seeing people live healthily and vibrant and whole and free and thriving in their life. So we saw a problem, and we're not judging the church. We're being a part of it. We're being a part of the solution. So if this is really like, if you're really feeling the Lord on this, we're gonna post our Eden Intensive below, and you can literally go to the website and get started. We have payment options if that's for you. If you're the person that likes to pay in full, we have that too. So just so you know, and if you're not comfortable and have more questions still, just PM us, write us a Facebook message, and we'll chat about it, and we'll share a little bit what's going on. We also jump on the phone, so there's a lot of options, guys. We love you, and we're excited to continue this conversation with you guys. And
and just so you know, you do, so like in our intensive, there are video trainings, amazing workbooks to dive through in your specific situation, and there's community, there's support, there's other people going through the same exact process, and every week you get direct access to us on group coaching calls, and it's really powerful seeing stuff come up for people, and even having people say like I've worked with so many counselors and I've never done this before. And like that makes so much sense, having those clicking aha moments of like, okay, yeah, that's what's going on, or releasing pain that they didn't even realize they've had since childhood. They're like, wow, like they literally will be like, I've never done this with a counselor. Like they've never gotten to that pain. So it's really amazing.
So if you can't figure out why you can't forgive someone, like this is why. And
there's pain.
And there's pain, and I just want to tell you that pain is real, and it needs care, it needs love, it needs your compassion. Whenever God healed people, what it says a lot of times first is like he was moved with compassion. He wasn't moved with intensity. He wasn't moved with faith. He was moved with compassion, and that's like that love and that care. And sometimes compassion can be ferocious, I bet, but like I'm just saying, like, God is love, and your heart deserves that love through the healing process. So we love you guys.
Have a good day. Tschüssi.